number 1, and this is for all of our panelists. How did you get your start in the fashion industry? Since this question is for everyone, I will ask you each individually. Elizabeth, would you like to go first?
Yeah, sure. Well, hi, everybody. I think they've had a long bio about me, so I'm not gonna bore them with more. But basically, I think that as I said, I was in the I'd written 4 books and then asked to do a diet. I did research in the industry and actually found that what I found was was pretty much unsavory, and people didn't seem to know about it or want to know about it. And so I found that fairly troubling. And so I suppose my into the industry, if you want, was a concern for young children. I looked at what was happening and I felt that there should be some kind of protection that wasn't there, and that these young kids who are actually trying to have a career, a job, be, the best that they could be in it, were actually, so many things were weighted and stacked against them that I felt as an adult, something needed to be done about it. And so that was my in, if you like, to the industry.
Perfect, thank you. Sundran, would you like to reply?
Yeah, so actually it was my dog, Charlie, who got me into the fashion industry. And so what happened was I was out walking one day with a dog walking friend who's an ex-model. And she said, Sundran, you retired recently. Would you like to produce my movie about my experiences as a model in the 1980s? And I said, yeah, why not? Never done that before. And it turned out to be this short film about her experience as an 18-year-old in this horrendous situation where, with an agent who, just basically said to her, you have to behave and do what I say and sleep with me, otherwise you won't have a career. And I was pretty shocked by that. But what shocked me more was the fact that this was in the 1980s. The people I talked to on set and as part of the movie, they were saying this was still going on now, today. And someone with an HR background like myself, I thought that's not true. And so I decided to get in touch with Elizabeth. And she very generously talked to me and explained how the industry worked. And I thought, wow, something needs to change here. And she was just launching this major consultation we've been doing, where we've gone back to basics to understand why abuses occur in the industry and what we can do about it. And so I volunteered to help her out in that. And 60 interviews later and 6 months later, I still feel like an outsider, but I sort of feel I know a little bit about the industry.
No.
Very good. Thank you so much. And Renee?
So thank you for that lovely introduction. So I started modeling just as like a hobby, to be honest with you. I was 13, 14. I signed up for kind of like a camp to learn about fashion and to learn about hair and nutrition and just the modeling industry. And I thought that was really interesting, but I didn't really have plans to turn it into a career. I didn't know anyone who worked as a model. It didn't seem like a sustainable career option for me. But as I continued and started working in larger cities, Montreal and Toronto, I realized this was really something I could do long term. So while studying in high school, I was often leaving halfway through the day to go to a shoot, or missing a few days out of the summer to do like a great campaign in Toronto or Montreal. And upon graduation, I took a gap year. I traveled to Cape Town, South Africa. I traveled to Hamburg, Germany, Paris, France. It was a really exciting time. And I continued modeling, and I realized it was definitely a difficult industry to be in, but it was something I wanted to do. And instead of taking it on full time right away, I decided to go to school in Montreal and kind of build my clientele there while studying. And then upon graduation, I moved to New York City, which was amazing. But I quickly learned that, there are still some things that need to be changed in the industry. And one of them is career security and financial security. And so I figured, why not protect myself and learn what I do enjoy outside of the modeling industry and kind of pursue some of those interests. And so after my own journey and trying to figure out how to find flexible work, I realized a lot of other models are in the same position as I am, and they want to pursue their interests beyond modeling while keeping their career And so I launched The Pivot in 2019, and it's a semi-monthly newsletter that connects models with small businesses and work opportunities, as well as provides resources, articles, and events both offline and online for models to attend and really expand their network. And I'd just like to add, especially right now, I've been having conversations with casting directors and other models, and it's really important now for models to be multi-dimensional. It's not how it was, I guess, 10, 15 years ago, where you were just a face and you just showed up and you did your job and you went home. Now, I think because of social media and some other developments in the industry, people are really looking for someone who has interests beyond work. So that's what I'll be talking about with you all today.
That's excellent. Thank you so much for sharing, Renee. Thank you all for sharing.